Hey people, it's the Broken Puppet, and this is how to draw an old school fortune teller. Enjoy. Right people, how to draw an old school fortune teller. Right, start with, get your circle in there, line down the middle, bring this lower, this bottom bit just a little bit further down, so it's very small egg shape, just so it's got a hint of a chin. Down across the middle, it's where the eyes will be. From this angle here, just bring a nice big curve going up, well over the head, and get a nice and symmetric on this side. That's where her fortune teller hat's going to be. From here, just curve down, sort of coming in like half at an angle, just cutting off part of that cheek. Let's give you a position of the neck. I'm going to ball underneath. That's where our crystal ball is going to go. Oval shape to the sides. Just two little ones off the top. We'll focus more on the fingers afterwards. But yeah, just showing you roughly where everything's going to be. So the hands. The neck, crystal ball, face. Just do like a big teardrop at the top. Just a leaf bit just off to the side of that, and another line just cutting slightly through that circle. Now she's just plotting out where everything's going to roughly go. And you can already see the shape starting to build up ever so slightly. So now we've got this. We're going to start off with, right now where you got this cross, just come down about 2/3 of the way up this line, just there. So you've got a bit of a gap between it. Just bring a little V shape, just a little curve off of the edge. Not too big, just try to get about even so it's like halfway through. From that, just do like almost like a straight line from the nostril. Now remember, this is old school, not realistic. So what we do here won't exactly make sense with the realistic human anatomy. But this is roughly just to show you how to line up your nose. So the line just come off slightly at an angle. Next to where your eyebrow will be on that side. That's where that one will be on that side. Now where this line cuts in the middle, it's going to give you position your eyes. And this one's a little bit low, so I wanted to go a little bit higher now because I wanted to drop just below that eyebrow. Bring that across. I like to curve the eyelid just out the back, towards the end, and make that just ever so slightly higher than this side. So this is always a bit further up than this bit. Curve down again, curve into the eyelid bit there. Don't curve to the end, cut into it. Circle in the middle, circle around the top. And do the same thing the other side. I highly recommend sketching in pencil first, because you want it to be like really nice and parallel. It's handy being able to rub bits out just in case something isn't quite where you want it to be. Everyone does it, even the most professionals, occasionally put something and then change their mind and want to slightly move it. Sketching the exact same thing, just in the opposite direction. So there we go. So we've roughly got two eyes just there. So at the same level. Just do little lines just coming off of it, dead straight. It's the old school way of doing the eyelashes. I only really tend to do this when I'm doing a front on view. If I'm doing side view, it's not often I really do the eyelashes like that. That's where the mouth's going to go. For the mouth, start this side, curve down, not too dramatically, curve off a little bit, create a little downward V shape in the centre, up again, and curve back out towards the end. And then just create, a nice outline, going a bit further up. The bottom lip, I don't really tend to connect it, but start from the outside, curve up towards the centre a little bit, so you've got a little bit of an upwards dip. Curve up to the same point on the other side, like so. And so now you get an idea where you want your chin to go. I like the chin to come out quite wide on these front faces, especially with the fortune teller. Just like that. I'm going to have a nice kind of jewel bit just in the middle, so I'm just doing like an oval shape. Dead centre there. Just going to do a little teardrop just coming off of this. A few little circles just coming off. And a little arch just to connect back up with the hat. Now when I've done that hat line, I'm just going to reinforce that. Just going to put in a parallel line just above it, just a little bit, just there. Come off to the side. Now above this, I'm just going to have little semicircles, quite tall, just going all the way across, like so. And have a little break in between. So I'm a little circle just here and there. I'm just going to do like a little flower. So I'm going to break up 1, 2, so you've got 3 breaks. Just create a little upwards dip in the centre of these. So curve, up, curve, down. So break into 3 little bumps. Exact same. Whatever you do on one side, do on the other side. I want this one to be nice and symmetric. Create a line around this, coming upwards. Just go around just the edge of that flower. One coming down, and just cutting in a touch. Like so. Now just the side of this, I'm going to have a line curving down and spiralling. Just going to create a hair curl, and this just gives me the opportunity to break into the hair and separate it from that hat. So like so. Another line just underneath that. Underneath that, I'm just going to have like the ear bit, just a hint, nothing too crazy. And I'll probably have a dangling earring coming off of that. And just on the outside, so we can get that chin coming up to those ears now. Underneath that, it's going to have a bit more hair, a little bit just on the outside. So see, just bringing in like nice circular shapes, getting a bit of structure to it, and just building that body. Just going to put a ball here, just seeing like little bits I quite like for detail. Just ball, a couple curves just going off of that. Any kind of repeating pattern you like, you know. Line coming up the centre, like a big massive small V upside down, coming down, making almost like a leafy bit. Gonna make this kind of feathery, I think. Yeah, so the lines coming across. So I'm gonna have it sort of going across like this. And then just a line coming down the centre. 2 semicircles. Repeating. Into cross pattern just there, I think. Yeah, I'm quite liking that. Just reinforce that circle. Now from where that ear is, you can kind of curve that neck into it now. There to there. Create a clothed bit, so just like a little cross just around the neck. A little choker almost. And then we come to the structure of the hand. Now the hand, you want to get like a rectangle but kind of curved off the edges. See? And you want this angle to be slightly like this, and this top angle just be slightly like that. So it's not squared, it's slightly bent, like skewed. Off here, you got your sausage shape. Excuse me. Excuse me. Second sausage shape. Another one in the back, just here. Going a bit further, because that's the middle finger. One off to the side there. And one little one just towards the edge. You can have a trace of a thumb here if you want. Not always necessary though. I generally prefer not to. Off the bottom, we're just going to do like a little square bit. I'm going to make this curve off into this kind of shape. And I'm just going to use semicircles to begin with. Just nice long ones to create like a little pattern. They can go there, and I can do a dirty pattern in there. I like to have a little bit of jewellery hanging around hands, so I'm just going to do these beads coming around. Maybe a ring, diamond ring or something. Like so. Same thing pretty much on the other side. Semicircles, dot dot dot. Sausage, 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 sausage. Boop, 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 boop. Ring, ring. Yeah, and afterwards I'll work out what we're going to put in the ball. Maybe another eye or something. Usually quite like that. Yeah, maybe like a spiralling eye. I'm liking the look of that. Some beaming eyelids maybe. Who knows? We'll work it out when it comes to that bit. Okay, now I just want to shrink that neck a little bit. Just where the pencil's handy, you can make these adjustments now when you want. Now we've done that, we can pen it in. And this is old school, so I'm going to go quite a thick outline for this. Now you can go for a thinner outline if you want. And just put it on my nail with a Sharpie. Now, I'm going pretty quick with this, you know, but like I always say, take your time, take as long as you need. Yeah, these tutorials are a guide for you, that's why I sort of go through them pretty quick, so I can just give you guys a guide. I'd like to let you guys work your magic. You know, take as long as you need with these. Yeah, that's been old school. It's all like, you know, about kind of pattern work. You know, simplifying everything down. Getting the right shapes and the right lines. Just in the right areas. Got to do the earrings, so I'm just gonna set a teardrop. Bring it aside. Draw around. Now I'm going to go into the hands. Now to start with, I was going to do the beads because obviously they sit above the hand. Then I'll do the hand. Now when you do the fingers, just real simple curves. I like the line to sit underneath rather than going on top. Just makes more sense that way. Little ring. Fingers going down. Into this pattern work. You can have the thumb in here if you want. I'm not gonna. Well, I'll put a thumb there just so you can see. Roughly around there. Well, I wouldn't normally put the thumb in, to be honest. If you're worried about getting a dead perfect circle, get something that fits that shape pretty much dead perfect. And then just go around it. last bottom bits of hair just there. Check around the neck, and then just the stand for the ball. It's going to do a little loop bit like that. And underneath. Straight rectangle and curve into it. A few bits there just to break that up. And on the inside I'm just going to do another eye, so real basic. Eye shape like that. The eye bit inside I'm going to spiral. So it's kind of got that hypnotic kind of feel to it. Just like so. Line above. Line below. Voila. And you got the little lines here, you can bring in a little line. But your shade work will do most of the work on that bit. Oh yeah. Sorry, I must have got detailing. There you go, I'm going to leave a little gap there, I think. It's pretty cool. Crosshatch, crosshatch, crosshatch. And some little black dots just in that part of her hat. And now where the hair is, I'm going to have these repeating lines. You've probably seen this done a few times. Just repeating the curved line of the hair. So see where it curves there, we curve with that from here. Curve this line. Just helps to show off the shape of the hair. Now, a lot of them you won't even notice once you shade it in, because traditionally in old school pieces the hair was always quite dark. Take your time with these, I'm just quickly plotting them in. Voila, that's the line work done. Let's quickly rub that out. And time for a bit of shading. Certain key areas you're going to want shaded. I'm just going to bring here just a little bit. The corner of the neck. Just a little shade bit just underneath the chin. You want some under the eyes, but I'm not going to go too dark with this. This in the hair, but I'll do it section by section so you see as I'm doing it. Bring it like that with a light grey. And I can do this with pencils, paints, pens. This is just Winsor Newton brush markers. It's literally the exact same thing, it's just a bit faster so I can show you guys how to put the shading in. Like so. Just a little bit under the chin. Just come in with slightly darker grey and then come in with light grey and just blend it out. Got my brush markers, they always come in wet. So you give it a little while, they dry, they go a lot lighter. So don't feel like you have to blend out to the exact paper colour straight away, it will go that way afterwards. do a little shadow drop just under the nose. Colour in that top lip. I'm just going to start here. I'm not going to go in this little bit of the eyelid here, I'm just going to work above it. I'm going to go dark from the corners to there. Not all the way, and I'm going to fade that out as it goes down the nose bridge, as the side bridge of the nose. Just like so. A little shine in the middle. Just bring that up. Just a little bit of corner of the mouth. Just a little bit in that bottom lip. We'll be adding colour to this, don't worry. I just like to put my black and grey shading in first. Just a little bit underneath the hat. And these jewellery bits. Just to give the slightest hint of sense that they are dangling above. Nothing too crazy. Where the chin is, I'm just bringing in this shade and just leaving that little white highlight underneath. Just like so. Now you can bring in a shade across the cheeks here, but I'm not going to because I want this nice red glow underneath the eyes. As you'll see in a little bit. So you can do this, just leave a little white circle just in one corner. And we'll add the detail afterwards. Little line just underneath that top eyelid. There you go. That's the face, and now we go on to the hair. Now you've seen me probably do this a few times. I like to bring dark from the outside and leave a little highlight towards the centre. The only one I'm not going to bring towards the centre is the loops, because I want them to show off quite clearly. They can get a bit lost if you do shade over them. It isn't always a bad thing, but I just want to be able to show them off as a key feature. So just put that in, come in with the grey. Just add shadow, the light grey. Just leave that highlight running through the centre. I'm just going to run that light grey just around, leaving a little white edge, so we can clearly see where that was. Like so. Going to flick in some black on this bit. Just a little bit of these corners. A lot of this is just to really give it that feel of being old school. Just going to colour in these bits black. Because old school does use a hell of a lot of black. Just off that choker. Yeah, I'll colour that. A little bit on that thumb. So you're just building up in certain areas just to really shape off and make it a bit more dynamic. Once you're done that, just get your light grey and just little key areas, just like around jewellery bits. Just create a bit more of a curve to the hand. It's going to bring the shadow to this back side of it, because I want the glow to kind of appear as if it's coming off of the globe, so the shadow will be on the back of the hand. There we go. Just going to put a shadow going down the centre of it on this bit, so it's kind of like reversed. Yeah, just to play around, you know, you can do it either way. Like so. Just a little bit of glow just around the edge of the globe. Nothing too crazy. Now colouring. Now first bit I'm going to do, just put it right around the eyes. And I always usually recommend blending colour to colour, but this is a handy little trick, especially for doing this one specific type of red that happens a lot in our school. Now this is just a basic blender. If you're using pencil, just blend out, but this is an easy way of blending out your reds, because it's a tough colour to blend to nothing. Place the blender on top of the tip. Hold it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Little test on paper, see if it's transparent. If it is transparent, just start working it on the paper. Then once you start seeing the colour, just start working your way back. And what that'll do is just give you a good fade out. And obviously you can see the bit there, but that will blend out to nothing as it dries. And you'll just be left with a red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just like so. It's a really easy way of blending out your reds. Jumps, you can do that with any colour. It's a good way to blend out near enough any colour. But majority of the time I just blend colour into colour, because it's how I prefer to do things. So what I'm going to do now, just do a lot of my yellow and orange. I'm going to use this just for certain little bits. These are mainly these little outside bits, like little golden rims. So just flicker my orange on the sides and then blend the yellow into that. Now obviously on this paper the yellow comes out more of like a caramel, which is kind of the colour I want. And when I want to get that highlight, I just leave a white area in the centre. Best thing to do, especially when using markers, is just to work over the colours. If you're using pencils and paints, it's the same concept really, you know. Don't sort of feel like it's something majorly different, it's the exact same thing. It's just a different, you know, like material to put it on. Now it's going to come in with a green. Let's colour on these two bits here. And use leaf green. Just a little bit in these semicircles. so. Red. Just going to colour in these flowery bits and just leave a little white edge just around the side of them. Just like that. Yeah, then I'm going to colour in this bit red as well. Sometimes pattern isn't needed, like this little red section here. I quite like the look of it just red, so. But you can add little details, you can add specks, stars, shapes, lines. Get me a purple. Just gonna do this back here. Well, purple, what odd is it comes out quite greyish, but it dries a bit more purple than it looks. It's just because it's wet. Go on now. Blue. So you see at this stage it's just about just bringing in the colours you want and just bolding out the design. You don't want to go too crazy with too many colours, just bring in the colours you like and work off of them. So traditionally in old school, a lot of reds, a lot of greens, you know, occasional bits of blue, yellow, touch of orange. I don't usually go too crazy with the colours. I'm just going to add some brown here, some brown eyes. And red on those lips. Got a little white highlight just on the tip of the lip. Just going to leave a little white highlight in these teardrop earrings. Earrings? Earrings. I need sleep, I think. Just do the rings. And just some of the jewels. And then for the eyes, I'm going to use a blending technique again. I'm just going to do, like, you know, a couple of colours sort of blending out from it. One, two, three, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, two, three, 4, 5. One, two, three, 4, 5. One, two, three, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, two, three, four, five. So you got the red glow. See if this works with the pro markers. I've never done it with a pro marker before, but let's see if it works. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, works with pro markers. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Some red dots around it. Bit orange. Into yellow. Blue. And the purple. Excuse me. Right. Just a circle there. A rectangle there. There's a nice little jewel shape. And voila, there you have it. How to draw an old school gypsy face. Now at this stage, you know, you can pretty much leave it like that and that's it all done. You can add little extras, you know, if you want. You can always, like, you know, what some people like to do, which I quite like sometimes. Adding a cool red outline. Just around the edge. No, the outside edge. Never on the inside, just whatever touches the outside is a red stripe. But you can put background bits, you can put flowers in the background, you can put circles, more patterns, you can put little stars, black dots, shapes, lines, sunbursts. It's good thing about old school, there's so much material you can use to add to. And everything, there's so many different ways of doing. Even though a lot of them are similar, so many ways to vary things. Of course, this is always just personal preference. You can just leave it the way it is. But I think it always works. Just one of the things you can't go wrong with. So yeah, there you go. That is how to draw an old school gypsy head. Hope you like it. Like the video. Comment, subscribe, yada 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 yada. All the usual stuff. And the Broken Puppet. And I'll see you next time. Peace out.